What's up everybody, Jemillio here with another SUPERX product breakdown. Of course, we're talking about the new Mortal Kombat collection. As you can see, you got the little dragon coin spinning in the back. But this is not based off of the new Mortal Kombat 2 movie coming out. Although I did get a chance to see an early screening of it at the Warner Brothers Studios. I made a video about it. I put it on my Instagram page and my TikTok page. I'm gonna put a link to those videos in the description below if you want to check those out. But you know what, and actually, I'm gonna do like a little review at the end. If you wanna know my thoughts on the movie, wait till the end of the video and I'll give you guys like a little mini review if you care about hearing what I have to say about it. But anyway, this is not based around the Mortal Kombat 2 movie. It's just based around kind of, you know, the general characters from the game. Now there are 4 characters that are gonna be in this collection. Kitana, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Raiden. Some items are restocks. Most of them are brand new items. To keep this video a little bit more organized, I'm going to talk about each collection in that way. I'm gonna talk about Kitana first, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and then Raiden. Now, if you guys find the video helpful, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you wanna see more of my videos, make sure to please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I'm not too far away there, but I need a few hundred more. I'm also going to be doing a giveaway, so if you want a chance at winning a free piece of SUPERX gear, read the information in the description below. I have everything there explaining the giveaway, how to enter, when the winner will be announced, all that good stuff. And as always, you can use my discount code at checkout, Jemil, J-E-M-I-L, to save yourself 15% off if you like anything that you see in the video. Now, actually what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change that character. We're gonna start talking about Kitana first. All right, there she is dancing in the back. All right, let's talk about the Kitana collection. Let's start off with the pullover crop top hoodie. The model shown is 5'1", somewhere between 125 to 130 pounds, and she's wearing a small in everything. So as you can see, they went with two-tone blue here. They have silver, or not silver, but gray piping on the shoulders, and they have silver reflective tape below that on the arm. When you come all the way down to the arm, you have thumb holes. When you go around the back, there's another reflective piece, and that is the Mortal Kombat logo. Now, I actually really like how this hoodie looks. It's sort of low key while still being bold. It's not on the nose. It doesn't look like a costume. In terms of the fabric, it's the same kind of fabric that all the other tracksuits are made from, the exact same fabric. So it is a cotton polyester spandex blend, very silky smooth to the skin. It's also breathable because of the cotton, and it's got a good amount of stretch because of the spandex or elastane. Now, in regards to the sizing recommendations, she had mentioned that she wears a small in all her other jackets, and she's wearing a small here, and she's glad that she has that size, and that's the size that she would want to stick with. So in terms of sizing recommendation for the ladies, whatever size you normally get, just go ahead and stick to that. Moving on to the joggers, as you can see, the same great two-tone blue, same great fabric as the hoodie, and they have this asymmetrical design on the left and the right leg, and it's the reflective tape that's on the hoodie. And I like this. I like all the different stitching. There's a different stitching pattern on here. I love it's one of those items that the closer you get, the more detailed it looks. When you look at it from a distance, you don't get to notice all of that, but it's very detailed the closer that you come in. And they didn't go with any particular Kitana design. I mean, she has so many different looks, from wearing thigh-high boots to wearing full-on pants, and some of her looks are more kind of like she's just wearing regular kind of clothes or fabrics. Other times it looks more armor-like. So her look has kind of changed across a bunch of different games. So I like how they sort of, you know, went with a look that reminds you of her universal look, but they didn't necessarily pick with one specific one. It's kind of difficult when you have a character who doesn't have like one particular look besides her colors. But I think they did a good job of nailing the character, adding that detail, so that way it's recognizable, but again, it doesn't look like a costume. You have 3 pockets on here. All of them are zipper pockets, one on the left, one on the right, and then a cargo type pocket that's on the left side. And you have a reflective Mortal Kombat reflective Mortal Kombat logo that's right below the waistband. Now, again, model in the video is wearing a small in these. She normally wears a size small in her other joggers. Sizing recommendation is going to be true to size, ladies. Whatever size you normally wear in joggers, wear that. And now we're going to move on to the biker shorts. These are also a size small. Now these shorts are made from a nylon spandex blend, so they're very silky. They have like a buttery feel to it, very stretchy. You have 2 pockets on these, one on the left, one on the right, and when you turn around the back, you have a reflective Mortal Kombat logo. These are very high-waisted. So ladies out there, if you got a gut and you're trying to hide it, this will suck you in. These are very high-waisted. Some people don't like that, some people do. If you don't like it, ladies, don't get it. If you like it, then you'll love these. That's pretty much all I can say about how the fit is. It's really either you like it or you don't. The pockets are great on here. Again, the fabric feels great. And the blue matches perfectly with the joggers and the hoodie. Now, the model in the video is wearing a size small in these. Like I said, she normally wears a size small in her biker shorts or workout shorts, and sizing recommendation on these is going to be true to size. What are my thoughts on the Katana collection? I think it looks great. I always love it when SUPERX does a bold design without looking like a costume or being too on the nose. They could have done a crap ton of piping and all that kind of stuff on there, and I'm glad they sort of kept it a little bit more pulled back, because obviously this color blue, this shade, is not something that you typically see many people wear in general, but especially in women's workout gear. And so to me, SUPERX always shines the best when they make designs that are bold but not loud, not super on the nose. That's typically what I like to see. So I think these look great. Next up, we're talking about Scorpion. Let me change him. There he is. Scorpion's in the back there. All right. So for the tracksuit, the Scorpion tracksuit is a sleeveless hoodie, and it's a pair of joggers. They are a restock. Now, I do not have, this is for both the Sub-Zero tracksuit and the Scorpion tracksuit. They're both sleeveless hoodies. I've tried them on, I've worn them, but I did not make a review for them in the past, and I don't have a review for you now in regards to showing you how they look, but I can tell you how it feels and the sizing recommendation. So the fabric is exactly the same as all the other tracksuits. The fit, I would say, go true to size in the joggers and the hoodie, because you can size down on the hoodie just because you don't have to worry about, so for example, I wear a large in all the jackets that I get from SUPERX. If I get a medium, it's gonna be too tight up under my arm for sure, and it is gonna be more snug in the chest. Because you don't have to worry about that with the sleeveless, you can size down if you want. I wouldn't recommend it because then it'll still be snug in your chest. So my recommendation would still be go true to size, whatever size you normally get that one, but you do have a little more leeway to size down if you want for the hoodie. For the joggers, go with your normal size. I wear a large in all my other joggers. I wore a large in the Scorpion and Sub-Zero joggers, so there's no need to change size there. So that's my sizing recommendation for the tracksuit. Again, so I don't have a full review in terms of like showing it to you, but I did wear it. I know what it feels like, and I can at least share that with you. Now let's talk about the seamless shirts, or the super suits that they've come out with, and a pair of shorts. They have 3 new items for Scorpion. Now, there's a short sleeve and a long sleeve super suit, and they are different. They're not the same. Sometimes when SUPERX comes out with their super suits, short sleeve and long sleeve, they're basically the same, just, you know, one has longer arms than the other one. But these are actually different. Now, if you want to know what a SUPERX super suit is, it's essentially just their version of a seamless shirt. If you want to learn more about the fabric details and the technology behind it and all that cool stuff, what makes the difference between a performance shirt and an MMA rash guard, all that kind of stuff, I'm gonna put a link up here and down in the description. You can watch that video. I talk about what is a SUPERX super suit. But I am 5'10", 190 pounds, and I'm wearing an extra large in all of these tops. So as you can see, there's a yellow base fabric. All of this black area is textured. And then when you come along the back, there's a black Mortal Kombat silicone logo. Now, sizing recommendation is going to be either true to size or size up one if you want a slightly looser fit. If you're between sizes, go up to the next size. So I'm between a large and an extra large, meaning some shirts I wear a large, Some shirts I wear an extra large. It kind of depends on the shirt. If it's an athletic fit, I definitely need an extra large. Relaxed fit, I'll stick with the large. So I can wear a large in this, but I really like how the extra large fits me better. If you are a large in everything, all your shirts are larges, just stick with the large. You can fit this shirt fine. But if you're someone like me, where sometimes you're a large, sometimes you're an extra large, go with that next size. You'll probably like how it feels on you a little bit better. But there's a ton of stretch on this, so even if it's a little bit, it's a compression shirt, even if it's a little bit extra tight on you than maybe you want, you're still gonna be able to move around it and everything just fine. So that's the short sleeve. Let's move on to the long sleeve. Now the colors are inverted. You've got a black base with yellow detailing. So the yellow on here is textured and the black on here is smooth, and the texture is even on the forearms, which feels really great. The zipper on here is fantastic. There's sort of this like rubberized tape that's around the zipper, and it's a high quality YKK zipper. So the nice thing about it is it has a locking mechanism, so whenever you flip the zipper down, it locks. So you don't have to zip it all the way down. If you zip it even halfway, it'll stay locked where it is. It won't come undone. It has the same silicone logo on the back. It's just yellow instead of black like the shirt. I really like both of these designs. I probably like the black and the yellow a little bit better. I kind of like the black base a little bit better. But I love how on both of these, the design, even across the back, it really sort of accentuates your physique. So it really sort of gives the illusion of you having a smaller waist and a broader chest. But I like the fact how they're different instead of them just being the same. So it's kind of like, whatever you prefer. You prefer like a black base with a yellow detail or yellow base with a black detail. I kind of like the black one a little bit more, but I like both of them. So now let's go on to the shorts. Now the shorts are the same style as all of the other layered shorts that they've come out with. So like the Invincible shorts, Boba Fett shorts, Joker shorts, Green Arrow, you name it, it's the same style. The specific details on this are, of course, you have a yellow base color. You got heat transfer tape on the outside to add some extra detail. You have 3 pockets on here. So on the outside, you have an open pocket on the left, zipper pocket on the right with a custom zipper tab that looks like a kunai. You have a mesh gusset for extra maneuverability and breathability. And right below the waistband, you also have some more of that mesh material for the same reason, and you have a silicone SUPERX logo there. The underlayer has a pocket on the right leg. If you like the other layered shorts, you're gonna like these. If you don't like the other layered shorts, you're not gonna like these. I like the layered shorts, and the compression layer feels great. I love how light and airy the outer layer is, and I love that custom zipper tab. So I like these shorts a lot. That's the Scorpion collection. Now let's talk about Sub-Zero. There we go, had them changed. Sub-Zero also has 2 different styles of super suits. So as you can see, you've got the short sleeve one. Let's start with that. This sort of, it's like a blue and a dark blue. So the dark blue areas, these are all textured. The lighter blue areas are all smooth. You also have that silicone Mortal Kombat logo on the upper back there. And it has the same design as the Scorpion one, where it kind of tapers in at, not the shirt, but the design sort of tapers in at the waist to accentuate your physique a little bit more. This feels great. Size and recommendation is going to be the same, like I mentioned, with the Scorpion short sleeve super suit. Let's go on to the long sleeve version. Now this one's interesting. It's like a, the color is hard to describe. It's almost like a stone, like a, I don't even know what this color is called. It's like a stone color, like a gray with a dark blue. Really interesting. I like it a lot because for me, I just like the color. It's like, even if you don't like Sub-Zero, I just think it's a cool color. But it's got the same details with like the rubber kind of tape around the zipper, the great YKK zipper that locks. You have the same textured feeling here on the chest and on the forearms, and that same Mortal Kombat rubber silicone logo there. Very, very cool design. Again, I like it because it's almost like, even if I didn't like the character Sub-Zero, I mean, it's just different. It's just unique. I like this one a lot just because I like this sort of stone gray color. I don't really see them make this like this. I don't see them use this color a lot. But yeah, anyway, sizing recommendation is going to be the same as the Scorpion one. I'm wearing an extra large in both of these. They feel great, they move great, and let's move on to the shorts. The shorts are the same fabric, but the design on the outside is different. You can see how the heat transfer tape is used to make a different design. You still have mesh at the gusset and mesh below the waistband. And this one also has a zippered pocket on the right side with that kunai custom zipper tab also. And the underlayer on here is the same as the Scorpion. It has that kind of like Mortal Kombat dragon pattern that you see on the Scorpion one as well. So in terms of sizing, I forgot to mention sizing on the shorts of the Scorpion and Sub-Zero. I'm wearing a large in both of these. I wear a large in all my other shorts. Sizing recommendation is going to be stick true to size on these shorts. No reason to size up or size down. Now it's time for the God himself. There's Raiden, there he is. All right, we got Raiden there, okay. He has 2 items. He's got a super suit, short sleeve super suit, and a pair of shorts. Let's start with the shirt. Again, I'm wearing an extra large here. Now this is, it's like a light blue and dark blue. Why is it light blue and dark blue? Because you cannot get pure white and another color on the seamless shirt because the colors blend. If you watch that video that I told you to watch, you'll see what I mean. But in short, it is 2 colors that are blended together. So the whole shirt is like this kind of baby blue, sky blue, and then you have these darker blue parts that are textured. I really like the design on this. I love how it looks on the obliques. I especially love how the back looks. So I like how you have that back design and you have a rubber blue silicone logo. And I like the kind of spikes on the chest. We know he's got, his lightning abilities. It kind of reminds me of that, just the more angular sort of sharp lines. That's kind of what I get from this. But the sizing recommendation is going to be the same, no change there. I already mentioned it in the Scorpion part. So now let's talk about the Raiden shorts. But this is an interesting design. It kind of reminds me of like board shorts, like you see at the beach. But it's blue panel on the front there, all white on the back. Be careful where you sit. This is white. This is not like a cream color. It is white. Be careful where you sit. You have a, you don't have a mesh gusset on these, but you do have mesh on the upper butt below the waistband there. You have open pocket on the left side, zipper pocket on the right side, and the underlayer of these shorts looks really cool. You got this lightning, same shorts as the other ones in terms of fit, feel, function, all that good stuff. I'm wearing a large in these as well. Once again, go true to size on the shorts. Don't need to size up or size down. Whatever size you get, stick with that. And that's the Mortal Kombat collection. If you see anything you like, let me know in the comments. What's your favorite item? Again, my favorite items are that long sleeve Sub-Zero super suit and actually the Katana tracksuit. I think it looks really good and I love seeing more women's collections. I like seeing kind of the SUPERX family grow with more women's items. And ladies, if you don't like the Katana stuff, that's fine. There's going to be lots more women's stuff coming out this year. A few things that I can mention is there's going to be women's items coming out with the My Hero Academia collection coming out later. There's going to be women's items coming out for the Supergirl drop. There's going to be a Supergirl drop based around the film. And they're going to do a Spider-Man Brand New Day drop around the movie. And there's going to be a lot of women's items for that. And there's other women's stuff coming out with a bunch of other drops coming out this year. So there's going to be a lot of women's items coming out. Don't fret. Now, I said at the beginning of the video, I was like, you know what? Let me give it like a little mini review of Mortal Kombat 2. You want to stick around and hear it? Cool. If not, the review's over. So here are my thoughts. So I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but I am going to tell you what happens in the first like 5 minutes of the film. It's not spoiling anything. Shao Kahn shows up to the village where at this point Katana is a little girl. He kills her father, he adopts her as his daughter, like Thanos does to Gamora in the Marvel movies. And he's waiting, and he's like taking over these other realms because he's waiting for the planets to be aligned a certain way because he wants to take over Earth realm. How can he take over Earth realm when Earth has nuclear bombs and military? I don't know. It's just, it is what it is. So he's waited, time passes from the time he adopted Katana. She's a grown woman now. Now the time has come to engage in mortal combat. And the protectors of Earth realm are trying to recruit Johnny Cage because they need help fighting off the people from Nether realm. And what happens? Person from Earth realm randomly gets teleported. Person from Nether realm randomly gets teleported. They go to a literal stage from the game, one of the games, fight to the death, and then the other person comes back and they're, you know, trying to devise a plan of how to figure out how to defeat Shao Kahn so he doesn't take over Earth realm. That's the premise of the movie. It is nothing deep. You are there to watch the fights. They don't bother explaining a bunch of stuff because they're like, the way the makers of this movie are, they're kind of like, look, we know why you're here. If you don't understand what's going on, this is not for you. This is a movie for fans of Mortal Kombat. We are not trying to recruit non-fans into fans. I think that's what they tried to do in the first movie, and they say we're not doing this anymore. If you are into stunt performing, action movies, you're gonna love this. Great stunt work. The thing I love too is Katana is really the main character. I found her story very engaging, very interesting. And Johnny Cage is like a main character too, but he's sort of like the audience avatar because they tried doing that with Cole, but they were like, well, let's do it with Johnny Cage because he's obviously a character from the game and he's a little more comedic. And you know, he provides some comedy relief, and he kind of shines a light on some of the absurdity of some of these things that are happening in the movie. But the movie starts and it pretty much just goes, and it has its times where it slows down a little bit, but the movie does not try to be something that it's not, and I respect it for that. So if you're a fan of the games, you're gonna love it. The question that I ask when I see movies like this are, is it worth seeing on the big screen, or should you just wait for it to come on streaming? Someone like me who's like a light fan, meaning I've played a number of the games over the years, like starting from Super Nintendo, I know the characters, but I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a big fan of Mortal Kombat. I would have been fine seeing it at home. I saw it in a private screening room at Warner Brothers Studios. So it was a theater, but it was a small theater. It was only about maybe 20 of us in there. And but it was cool to see on the big screen. I would have been okay seeing it at home, but if you're a fan, like a hardcore fan of stunt movies, like John Wick, for example, or you're a fan of the games, see it in the theater. Treat yourself and see it in the theater. I do not think you will be disappointed. They have some great fights in this. Again, the stunt team and the choreography in this is great. The music is great. I like the characters are likable. The acting is great. So it's like a popcorn action flick. It's not going for depth. It's not going for this deep, super emotional story. You're there to watch people kick each other's ass, and it gives you that. So those are my thoughts on the film. Thank you guys so much for watching, for sticking around this long. I appreciate the love and support. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.